Hello. Do you think it's really possible for a person to acknowledge the kindness of others all the time, even if it's just a small act? Is it really so necessary? I mean, how is a person supposed to go about their day when every single action or any form of act of kindness is really not supposed to be taken for granted? Is it truly possible? The Young Rice family in the book Torah for Your Table elaborates on this more and gives us clearer insights. In this parsha, Parshat Matot, God instructs Moses to, quote, take vengeance against the Midianites, end quote. Strangely, Moses doesn't run with excitement to do Hashem's bidding as he does all throughout history, all throughout his relationship with Hashem. He's always excited to do Hashem's will. But instead, this time, he appoints Phinehas in order to lead the Jewish nation in battle against the Midianites, which is incredibly strange of Moshe Rabbeinu. However, when we appreciate the sensitivity of Moshe Rabbeinu's actions, we will truly appreciate why he behaved the way he did. His actions actually show us how to navigate our lives successfully. When Pharaoh discovered that Moshe Rabbeinu was a Jew, he wanted to kill him as soon as possible. Moshe Rabbeinu fled for his life, and he landed in the land of Midian. And the people of Midian actually greeted him with hospitality. And they greeted him with giving him an opportunity to basically rebuild his life. And because of this one moment of hospitality in his life, this period of time, he could not lead the Jewish nation in battle against them, even though the Midianites were an immoral, evil, corrupt people. He could not battle against them, even though they wished the Jewish people to be destroyed. Even though this idea is difficult for us to understand, because here we are, we may think that, you have to protect your people. These people are corrupt. Moshe Rabbeinu did not forget the kindness at one point that the Midianites bestowed upon Moshe Rabbeinu. Similarly, when Hashem brought down the 10 Commandments upon Egypt, Moshe was not permitted to strike the water of the Nile. Aaron struck the Nile instead. Aaron, his brother, which is interesting because when Moshe Rabbeinu was an infant, even though it wasn't the water that saved him, Moshe Rabbeinu was still grateful for the water, that it sheltered him for a little bit. We are never allowed to take for granted the kindness of someone else, and in this case, Moshe Rabbeinu teaches us even of something else, water that's not even an alive entity. It's true that there's sometimes there are people who are difficult, who we may feel that it's just so difficult to interact with them. It's just so difficult to communicate with them. And you know what? They have hurt me so much, whether it was intentionally or unintentionally. This parsha teaches us, the Young Rice family teaches us, that even though a person may be difficult, you still have to be grateful, even if they did one act for you that you benefited from, whether it was a kind word, whether it was a favor rendered to you at a time constraint that was so tough, whether it was a compliment they gave you that made your day. It could have been anything. It could have been just a smile or a listening ear that really made your moment in life more livable. Maybe you were going through a difficult time. Whenever someone does anything for us, we are not allowed to take it for granted, even though we may be dealing with a difficult person. It's not easy. However, Moshe Rabbeinu, with his example, teaches us that this is such a profound concept and ideology to live by in life in order to navigate our lives successfully. Let us be grateful and express gratitude to someone else in our lives, close or not, and not take for granted the experience that they gave us, the kindness that they gave us. May we merit to value the kindness of others for being in our lives. Leah Abramov, Being and Becoming.